What if I told you that behind the smiling photos, family dinners, and TV cameras, a shocking scheme has been unfolding in the shadows? A scheme that could shake the Roloff family to its very core. Rumors are swirling that Caryn Chandler, the woman who's been by Matt Roloff's side, may have been using fake online accounts to quietly chip away at Amy Roloff's reputation. Think about that for a moment. Fake profiles, carefully crafted comments, and targeted attacks that seem designed to not only damage Amy's credibility, but also impact her growing businesses, from her baking ventures and motivational speaking gigs to her personal brand that she's worked years to build. For fans, this isn't just another reality TV feud. It's the kind of drama that raises real questions. How far would someone go to protect their image? And what happens when personal rivalries spill out into the public eye? Tonight, we're digging deep into the allegations, separating fact from rumor, and uncovering the story that's left little people, big world fans divided. Is this all just internet gossip, or is there more truth lurking beneath the surface than anyone expected? Stay with me, because what we've found might change the way you see the Roloff family forever. Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. For Roloff family latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Amy Roloff's journey has been nothing short of remarkable. Fans were first introduced to her on Little People, Big World, where she opened up her life on Roloff farms alongside then-husband Matt Roloff and their children. Over the years, viewers watched Amy balance motherhood, farm responsibilities, and the unique challenges that came with her marriage. But beyond the cameras, Amy built a reputation for herself as someone genuine, hardworking, and determined. After her divorce from Matt, she didn't fade away. Instead, Amy leaned into her passions, creating her own line of baking products, writing cookbooks, hosting online cooking sessions, and even stepping into public speaking. She has grown her personal brand into a thriving business, with thousands of loyal fans who respect her authenticity. But Amy's independence and success also came with new dynamics that were not always easy. Enter Caryn Chandler, Matt Roloff's longtime assistant, who later became his partner. Caryn's relationship with Matt sparked tension almost immediately, largely because of the timing. Fans speculated about whether Caryn and Matt's closeness overlapped with the end of Matt and Amy's marriage. While Matt has denied that narrative, the strain between Amy and Caryn has never been hard to spot. On the show and in interviews, subtle remarks and uncomfortable moments have hinted that their relationship is far from warm. For Amy, the farm itself has always been an emotional topic. After the divorce, she sold her share of Roloff Farms to Matt, a decision that still stirs debate among fans. Many viewers felt Amy was pushed into a corner, while others believed she wanted to move on. Meanwhile, Caryn quickly settled into life on the farm with Matt, often seen in places that Amy once held close to her heart. To outsiders, it looked like Caryn was stepping into Amy's old world, and not everyone was happy about it. This is where the idea of motives begins to take shape. Caryn has faced years of criticism from fans who feel protective of Amy, often labeling her as the other woman, or accusing her of having too much influence over Matt. She's been portrayed as a divisive figure within the family, and even though she avoids the spotlight at times, her presence continues to spark controversy online. Could this constant backlash have pushed Caryn to take drastic measures, perhaps even targeting Amy's reputation and business? When we connect the dots, the potential motives become clearer. Caryn may feel she needs to defend herself against Amy's loyal supporters, or perhaps she sees Amy's ongoing success as competition, not just personally, but also in how fans view them. Add in the complicated farm drama and years of subtle rivalry, and it creates the perfect storm of tension. As the story unfolds, one of the most controversial claims to emerge centers around the idea of fake online accounts being used to tear down Amy Roloff's reputation. According to fans and online discussions, these accounts appeared suddenly, right around the time Amy was making waves with her cookbook launch, her baking ventures, and her motivational speaking engagements. Coincidence? Or was someone deliberately trying to discredit her at her peak? The accounts in question shared a consistent pattern. They often posted under anonymous names, with no profile pictures or with generic stock images, yet they were unusually active in comment sections related to Amy. Their messages weren't casual observations. They were sharp, targeted criticisms. For example, some would write things like, "Amy's products are overpriced. Nobody's really buying them." Others claimed, "She plays the victim too much, always dragging up old drama with Matt." And some went even further, directly questioning her credibility. Why would anyone trust a business run by Amy? She doesn't have the professionalism or the skills. To casual readers, these could pass off as the usual noise that comes with online fame. But what caught the attention of die-hard Little People, Big World fans was the tone. The language used in these comments often echoed sentiments that critics believed Caryn Chandler had expressed in the past, especially in moments of tension captured on the show. Words like victim, drama, and unprofessional stood out, leading fans to speculate, was this more than a coincidence? Digging deeper, some Reddit threads and fan groups began piecing together the puzzle. They noticed that the timing of the comments often lined up suspiciously with moments when Caryn herself was receiving backlash online. Almost as if, when Caryn's name was under fire, Amy suddenly became the main target of criticism instead. For many, this looked like a calculated diversion tactic. Others pointed to writing style as another clue. While it's far from definitive evidence, fans claimed the phrasing in these comments, short, clipped sentences with a slightly defensive undertone, mirrored how Caryn has responded publicly in interviews and on social media. They also highlighted the repeated use of certain emojis and punctuation, quirks that appeared in both Caryn's verified accounts and the mysterious anonymous ones. Still, it's important to weigh this carefully. Are these accounts really linked to Caryn? Or are fans projecting their frustrations onto her, seeing patterns where none exist? After all, public figures like Amy are bound to face criticism, and not every negative comment is part of a grand scheme. Online spaces thrive on speculation, and sometimes theories snowball simply because they feel convincing. Yet the evidence, timing, phrasing, and the specific focus on Amy's credibility as a businesswoman does raise valid questions. Could Caryn, who has long been painted as Amy's rival both on and off the show, have had a hand in fueling the negativity? Or are these just the actions of unrelated trolls who happen to echo familiar sentiments? The truth remains murky, but the allegations themselves have left fans divided. Some remain firmly convinced that Caryn was orchestrating a behind-the-scenes campaign to undermine Amy's success. Others believe it's all circumstantial at best, pointing out that Caryn herself has denied being overly involved in online drama. When we shift focus to Amy Roloff, the heart of the story, one thing becomes clear. These alleged fake accounts weren't just throwing around random comments. They were targeting her identity, her livelihood, and her legacy. For years, Amy has carefully built a brand outside of Little People, Big World. From her cooking and baking ventures to motivational speaking and even her online store, she has been working hard to establish herself as more than just a reality TV star. But negativity, especially online, can travel faster than the truth. Some of the comments linked to these suspicious accounts painted Amy as difficult, untrustworthy, or even money-hungry. Others went after her cooking products and recipes with remarks like, "Why would anyone buy from her when she doesn't even know what she's doing?" These kinds of attacks may seem small in isolation, but when repeated and amplified, they begin to shape perceptions, especially for casual fans who don't know the full story. Now, what's interesting is how fans reacted. A large portion of Amy's loyal supporters immediately defended her, flooding her posts with encouragement and positivity. They reminded others of Amy's resilience, her warmth, and her honesty, qualities that have kept her loved by viewers for nearly 2 decades. But at the same time, there were fans who seemed to buy into the negativity. They began questioning her business decisions, expressing doubt about her products, and even unfollowing her social media. That split in the fanbase showed just how powerful, even dangerous, these online narratives can be. Through it all, Amy showed resilience. Instead of lashing out publicly or engaging in an online battle, she doubled down on her work. She kept posting recipes, promoting her products, and connecting directly with her supporters. It was her way of saying, "I won't let negativity stop me." In fact, some would argue that the criticism only made her stronger. It forced her to prove that her business wasn't just a side project. It was something she genuinely believed in and worked hard to grow. But the ripple effects went beyond Amy herself. Within the Roloff family, tensions were already high, especially with years of drama over the Roloff farm sale, divorces, and new relationships. These online attacks added another layer of suspicion and distrust. Fans began speculating whether Caryn, Matt, or others within the Roloff circle were fueling the fire, intentionally or unintentionally. Whether true or not, the damage was already done. The public started looking at the Roloffs not just as a family, but as rivals. Each move scrutinized, each word weighed against the backdrop of drama. In the end, the impact on Amy's reputation and business can't be measured only in dollars or sales. It's about the emotional toll, the strain on family dynamics, and the shift in how fans view her compared to the rest of the Roloff clan. And while Amy has proven time and time again that she can rise above, the scars of this digital battle may linger far longer than the comments themselves. As we come to the end of this deep dive, it's clear that the controversy surrounding Caryn, Amy, and these alleged fake accounts has stirred up a storm within the little people, big world community. On one side, you have suspicions and theories pointing to underhanded tactics. On the other, you have loyal supporters who refuse to believe Caryn could be involved in something so damaging. And caught in the middle is Amy, whose business and reputation may have taken a hit from all this negativity. But if there's one takeaway from this story, it's the power and danger of online rumors. In the digital age, words spread fast, sometimes faster than truth. One anonymous comment, one fake profile, or one poorly timed post can spiral into something much larger than it ever should have been. Whether these allegations are true or not, the lesson remains. Protecting your reputation online requires constant vigilance, and as fans, we should be careful about what we choose to believe and share. At the end of the day, Amy Roloff and Caryn Chandler are both human. They've both been through very public ups and downs, and while their personal histories may never align perfectly, both deserve respect as individuals. Conflicts aside, compassion and fairness should always come first. So, as we close this chapter, let's carry forward not just curiosity, but understanding. Let's question responsibly, support thoughtfully, and remember that behind every headline is a real person with real emotions. Thank you for sticking with me through this investigation. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and I'll see you in the next video.